Hi, this is PJ from Jordan's Crazy Dollhouse and Zoo, and it's been a while, so tonight I'm going to give my personal opinion of Jill Dillard Duggar. Jill Dillard was born on May 17th, 1991. That makes her 29 years old, and she was the fourth Duggar child. She married Derek Dillard in 2014, and they have two children, Israel and Samuel. Jill left Counting On and says she is not on the best terms with some of her family. Jill has focused on running the Dillard family blog since leaving the show. In one of her and Derek's questions and answers, she told viewers they took legal action to get money owed them from the show by Jim Bob, who controls all the money from the show Counting On when he's not on there that much. In the Duggars' warped mind, if a male child cheats or molests, it is either the sister's fault for Josh molesting them because they gave him impure thoughts, and it is Anna's fault for him cheating on her because she did not satisfy him, which sounds to me like nobody could have satisfied him. But that's not the point. And the Duggar world is warped. I mean, there's no denying that. Jill is not so ready to forgive Josh, which could be part of the disowning by Jim Bob. Jill seems to be smart enough to make her own income. Since they have been cut off completely by Jim Bob and will not even be allowed money for emergencies, they have started their YouTube channel and they have a large following, and so they get paid for their viewers, and they have a large following on Instagram. They have done several Q&As on YouTube and have spoken openly about the broken relationship with her parents. Jill now wears sleeveless tops and jeans, a big no-no in Duggar world. Her son Israel goes to public school, another big no-no in Duggar world. Derek is in law school, and I actually see trouble for Jim Bob and Michelle in the future from Derek and Jill. I don't think that Jill's going to sit quietly and put up with this all through her life. I know she still talks to some of her sisters, and she puts happy birthday out there to them. And I think that Jim Bob trying to control them and telling the whole family they have to disown her has not worked quite as well as he wanted it to. It's like shunning, I guess, in, Mennonite or Amish. They want her shunned. They want no one to talk to her or to be in contact with her. Although it does seem like her relationship with Amy Duggar King has blossomed in all this, which Amy never really cared about the Duggar rules anyway, and Amy just did her own thing. Oh, excuse me. I liked Amy when she was on the show 19 Kids and Counting because she brought a little spark to the show. I remember in one of the early specials about the Duggars, they asked Jill what she wanted to be when she grew up, and her answer was she wanted to be a mom and have lots of kids. But then I guess two kids made her realize that lots of kids wasn't much fun, even though she'd already raised most of her siblings, a good portion of them. So I guess maybe she's tired of raising. But she did admit that she's on birth control and that she is open to another child, but not right at this moment. Oh, excuse me, I've been so sick this last week and I've been sleeping a lot. And I'm tired. I sleep 12, 13 hours a night and I'm so tired. But anyway, Jill has kind of come out of her quiet little shell and being the perfect little Duggar daughter to being the rebel. And I really like Jill, and I kind of wish that they did a show of Jill and Derek moving on, to forget this Counting On, let's move on. And maybe Ginger and Jeremy could be in it too because they've moved on. And I also heard that Ginger was disowned when they first moved to California, but somehow she got back in their good graces. I'm not really sure the deal there, but um, Jim Bob wants to control his family like puppets, is what it seems like. And their actions on this, like treating Jill the way she is and all this stuff, to me shows how really fake they are, and they're not the religious people they portray on their show. The show is just a big scam and fake, because if they were really the kind of a religious person and they really cared about people and God, they wouldn't treat people that way. Um, I really hate when people try to hate on other people and use the excuse of God. You know, God wants them to hate. You know, and I know that God doesn't want them to hate at all. And I seriously doubt that he's approving of their actions. And I think that they're going to have a big surprise when they die and on Judgment Day, you know, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, I think Jill is pretty and smart and has her own mind and uses it, and is someday going to put Jim Bob and Michelle in their place, and they're going to regret the way they treated her. I really hope so, because I think that Jill and Derek deserve a decent life, and I think that Jim Bob and Michelle have stolen their kids' lives, and really didn't let them be kids. You know, the boys got to be kids, but the girls had to raise their siblings because Michelle was too lazy to. And I think that Jill did a great job as her team leader and raising her siblings, and now she's doing a great job raising her kids. No one's perfect, and for you people who want to shame out there, you know, you probably ought to look at yourselves and quit the shaming, because a lot of you shame over stupid crap, like you have nothing better to do in the world than to sit there and go through their posts and read them, you know, and come up with things for it, which I seldom read their posts. I haven't watched Counting On since Derek and Jill left the show. I think Jill was one of my favorites, and Jill and Ginger were my favorites, and with Jill leaving the show, and then Joanna and her husband leaving the show, and it sounds like Ginger and Jeremy are going to be leaving the show. You know, what's the show going to be? Just a Here I Am Obeying Dad? Maybe, I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back in a few days with my personal opinion of Derek Dillard. Bye.